Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nakib bin Muhammad Lutfi. So, what is jurisdiction? Only the federal court has the jurisdiction to decide whether a law made by parliament or a state legislative assembly is invalid because the constitution does not give them the power to make such laws. Okay, next will be what are the courts. There are three types of courts, which is the federal court, the court appeal, and the last one, the high court in Malaya and the high court in Sabah and Sarawak. These courts are referred to as the superior courts. The constitution also set up a special court for the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and other rulers. The constitution also says that parliament can make laws to set up inferior courts.
What do the superior courts do? The superior courts have the power called jurisdiction to make sure that everyone, including the executive, states, parliament, public authorities, and private bodies, obey the constitution and all laws. The superior courts can decide what the words in the constitution or in any law mean where there is a disagreement, declare that a law is against the constitution and therefore invalid and does not have to be followed, decide whether any action by the executive or any state is valid or invalid by way of judicial review.
Federal Court. The Federal Court consists of the following judge: the Chief Justice of the Federal Court, the President of the Court of Appeal, the Chief Judge of 2 High Courts, at least 11 other judges.
What is the Court of Appeal? The Court of Appeal has the jurisdiction to decide appeals from most decisions made by a High Court judge in civil and criminal cases. It consists of the following judges: the President of the Court of Appeal, 32 other judges.
What is the High Court? The High Court's jurisdiction is set out in the law made by Parliament. For example, the Courts of Jurisdiction Act 1964 says the High Court has unlimited civil and criminal jurisdiction. This means that the High Court has jurisdiction to decide all civil and criminal cases, including appeals from session courts and magistrate courts. The powers of the High Courts include the power to, firstly, order any person or authority to do something or to stop doing something. Second, declare that the action of a person or authority is invalid and does not need to be followed. And lastly, order any person or authority to produce before the court people who are held in custody illegally. What is the Special Court? The Special Court is set up to decide civil or criminal cases brought by or against the YDPA or any of the ruler in their personal capacity. And lastly, how are judges appointed? All judges of the superior courts, including the Chief Justice, President of the Court of Appeal, and the Chief Judge of the 2 High Courts, are appointed by the YDPA. The YDPA must follow the advice of the Prime Minister on who to appoint. However, the YDPS must consult the Conference of Rulers before making an appointment.